Stay alert to impeding weather anytime on the Fox 10 Storm. First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Live starts now.
He made reservations earlier in the month. He accumulated the weapons. There was a lot of planning and a lot of thought about this.
In a reversal of previous arguments, lawyers for the suspected White House Correspondents' Dinner shooter conceded Thursday to keep him in jail before trial. In a court filing laying out their argument for keeping Cole Thomas Allen in custody, prosecutors say Allen was planning the attack for weeks. And on the day of the dinner, according to the filing, Allen left his room several times and searched for the president's schedule on his phone. Around 8:30, Allen approached the security checkpoint, a floor above the ballroom where the president and guests were seated. He then sprinted through the checkpoint to the ballroom. As Allen ran to the stairs, he raised the shotgun, and a Secret Service officer reported that he observed the man, quote, fire the shotgun in the direction of the stairs leading down to the ballroom and in the direction of a Secret Service officer, end quote. According to the court filing, the officer fired 5 times at Allen, with none of the bullets hitting him, according to court records. Now, this is just one of the many stories we are tracking for Fox 10 Live today. Thanks for looking into the show. I'm Ashley Mitchell with a look at our trending headlines. It's April 30th. Well, King Charles and Queen Camilla take part in an all-American event at a community block party in Virginia. It's the final day of King Charles's 4-day state visit, and the royal couple is ending their trip with events in Virginia. In the small town of Front Royal, crowds of people lined up the street waiting for the monarch's arrival to the block party, which is celebrating America's upcoming 250th birthday. The monarchs were accompanied by Virginia's Governor Abigail Spanberger as they met with several local groups and the Virginia State Little League team. Well, it's been more than 2.5 months since the Department of Homeland Security was fully funded. In the Senate, Republicans and Democrats trading the usual criticisms. But in the House, efforts to find agreement on a funding bill are starting to come together. Today, lawmakers passed a Senate bill that funds all of DHS except for ICE and Border Patrol.
While we are all unified in funding the rest of DHS, we are absolutely horrified that we are blowing up the appropriations process to target those brave men and women who are doing the Lord's work to keep us safe.
At the same time, Republicans say they'll pursue a reconciliation bill that will restore ICE and CBP funding and circumvent a Democrat filibuster. But there's little agreement about whether it should be a standalone bill or contain other Republican priorities. ICE and Border Patrol agents are not at risk of missing paychecks because they also received funding as part of the president's Big Beautiful Bill. Several officers are hurt after a massive house explosion and fire in New York City, and we want to warn you some of this footage might be disturbing to you. Police received a call about a drunk man with a knife who had forced himself inside a home. The woman calling said she could also smell gas. 2 people were able to get out of the house safely, but when police tried to enter the home, an explosion knocked them back, injuring several officers. Nearly 300 firefighters and EMTs worked to put out the blaze as flames spread from the 2-story home to the one next door. Nearby residents were told to evacuate the area, and police say the suspect is still at large. Still no word yet on what exactly caused this explosion. Back in our local news today, let's check out some stories our team is actively working on for Fox 10 News at 4 and 5 today. First, William Oliver appearing in court this morning. Oliver pleading not guilty to 8 counts of capital murder charges. He's accused of killing 4 people at a Wilmer home back on April 20th. The judge denied him bond, and the state plans to seek the death penalty. His preliminary hearing is set for May 21st, and you can hear what officials had to say about that hearing on Fox 10 News at 4 and 5. Meanwhile, a judge today sentenced a Mobile man to 25 years in a marijuana case that became the state's first conviction under an anti-gang law passed in 2023. Marcus Cobbs Jr. won't be eligible for parole or time off for good behavior. Our Brendan Kirby will be live at the 5 o'clock hour with reaction from the prosecution and the defense. And finally, rescue crews in South Mobile County continue the search for a missing fisherman after they say he fell off a pier overnight. Rescue crews gathered at Cedar Point Pier after a 19-year-old man fell in early this morning. Family members say he was fishing with 3 others when the incident happened around 2 a.m. Officials say strong currents quickly made conditions just dangerous. There are several agencies working the search, and we'll have more later on at Fox 10 News at 4.
Definitely been a rainy day overall, and that's been the case since last night. Well, we're continuing to see rain sprinkle across the area. This is a look at our radar feature on the free Fox 10 weather app right now. We are seeing some rain showers in Clark and Washington County, grazing the northern part of Mobile and Baldwin County, and then maybe lingering showers across other portions of the area. But this is going to continue on over the next couple of days. But right now, let's take a live look outside in downtown Mobile. Definitely seeing overcast skies. 76 degrees, and northeasterly wind around 7 miles per hour, but dew points are a little bit more on that humid side, so definitely feeling it out there, that mugginess, and that'll continue on throughout the rest of the evening. 75 degrees by 5 p.m., 70 degrees by 8 p.m., so it's going to continue to be warm, but a cooling trend is on the way, especially going into this weekend. But tonight, we're going to continue to see scattered rain showers, likely 61 degrees. We have about a 70% chance of those showers continuing on with the wind at the northeast at 8 miles per hour. Then switching into tomorrow's overall forecast. Rain is going to continue on, but a much cooler day overall, about a 10-degree difference where we'll be around in the mid to upper 60s. And then for our day on Saturday, 72 degrees on Saturday, then 76 degrees on Sunday. So overall what we're tracking, morning showers and storms and clearing in the afternoon for our day on Saturday. Then Sunday, a chilly start to the day. Look at that, 48 degrees for our morning low, and then sunny in the afternoon with a little bit of a warmer feel. So a rainfall outlook at this time. We're continuing to see a wetter than normal pattern, which is great news for us. We're continuing to have drought-like conditions on the severe end. We haven't seen much of an adjustment on our drought monitor with the new update today, but hopefully next Thursday we'll see a difference, especially since we'll have rain chances tomorrow, Saturday, a brief break into the beginning parts of next week. Then rain chances do return back at the end of next week. So here's our future cast for the rest of our day. We could see a few breaks in the rain, kind of like what we saw last night. It was on and off. Not everybody's going to see showers. Some people are going to be dry, but you could see some showers lingering on in the next couple of hours. This is early in the morning on Friday. Some light showers moving on through the area. As you can see, it's going to be hit or miss showers throughout the entirety of the day on Friday morning. Going into the afternoon, could see a little bit more widespread rain, maybe a few thunderstorms as well, especially in the afternoon along the coastline. So we're going to keep an eye on that going into tomorrow. Then this is going to continue into the overnight hours where we do have a severe weather threat going on Friday night into Saturday morning. So we're going to keep an eye on that here at the Storm Tracker Center. It's going to continue to be the picture going on the next couple of days, specifically into the next 36-hour period. And then here's a look at that severe weather risk. Mainly near the coastline, we can see some strong storms and mainly wind, some heavy downpours, maybe hail, and a brief tornado or two.
I'm Sarah Wall. Today on In Depth, we are talking about safety in the car. Thousands of car seats have been recalled so far this year, a big recall this month from Graco. And there's a trade-in event happening now that could save you some money on a new car seat. You can check it all out on In Depth with Sarah Wall. You can watch it on our Fox 10 Gulfstream TV app, our Fox 10 Facebook page, and our Fox 10 website, fox10tv.com.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about the Fox 10 Gulfstream app here at Fox 10 News, and if you have not downloaded this resource already, now is the time to do so. We are here on our homepage. Just going to do a quick little demo for you. We are using our Roku remote today. It'll take you to our homepage where you see Hannah from the live broadcast from just a couple seconds ago. And scrolling down, you can see our 3 tabs right here, including our weather, the latest on the Iran conflict, something we've been covering actively here, and high-speed Hope, Bridging the Rural Divide, our special segment airing here on Fox 10 News with part 3 airing tonight. So if you missed a couple of those parts, it's right here on the homepage. We just mentioned Sarah Wall's podcast as well, so I'm going to quickly show you where those are. If you scroll across this bar, you can see various specialty content. Her in-depth segments are right here. She was talking about the thousands of car seats that have been recalled, so you can be sure to check that out. She has a lot of great segments segments she just basically goes in depth on local, state, and national stories as well. So a little bit of something for everyone. You can check out more Studio 10 stories. Truly so much to see on the Fox 10 Gulfstream. A lot of folks love this resource for the weather aspect as well. So Hannah's going to come in and show you exactly what that's all about. Hannah?
Yes, so one of the biggest things we do have is we have our weather tab. It is very useful. This is where we get the continuing updates of our forecast that you see here on air. Obviously, this is the one from Fox 10 Midday with meteorologist Nicholas Urboso. This will get updated later on in the evening with Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith. So that's where you can see the forecast. But then we have a fun tab called Next Weather. This is where the Storm Tracker team goes in depth with certain weather topics. The most recent one is meteorologist Matt Barentine talking about how El Nino affects the Atlantic hurricane season. We do have an outlook saying that we could have a below average season because of the El Nino pattern. It is a little bit complex, so it gives us time to talk about things that we do not have enough time to talk about on air and what's coming on next in the forecast. So over last weekend, I did make one talking about the rain that is currently happening and how that's going to affect us going into this weekend. Another thing I want to talk about is obviously we have the broadcast here, then we have a 24-hour stream right here where you can see mainly currents in radar. So this is something nice to have going on in the background. This is a look at our live radar right now where we do see that we are seeing some rain. It's something to continue to look at as we go on over the next couple of days because that radar definitely going to see a lot of green across it. But overall, the weather page is very helpful, and if you ever are wanting to learn a little bit more or curious about the weather, there's things in there that you can look at, or if there's something you want us to touch on, you can message us on all of our social media pages where we can continue to update you on what you would like to know regarding weather.
The time 3:11 now. Thanks for watching Fox 10 Live. We're taking a live look over the Bayway on this beautiful Thursday. We'll be back with much more on the show right after this.
We're not committed to you. This is Fox 10 Live.
Welcome back into Fox 10 Live. We're talking all things Disney today, and some of Disney's most iconic songs are getting a more inclusive remix.
In celebration of National Deaf History Month, the company released 3 songs in American Sign Language, and I have seen this on social media.
I love this. I've not seen this. The reimagined animated performances, which include tracks from Frozen 2, Encanto, and Moana 2, debuted on Disney Plus this week.
Creators say the goal is to break down barriers and better connect with deaf audiences.
This is wonderful.
I saw the Moana one on social media and it was precious. I love that this is becoming a thing now, and obviously it's a different way to also interpret movies for these audiences too.
Right. I think a lot of people forget that sign language is a language in a way too. You know, there are movies that will be translated into other spoken languages, but this is so important for kiddos to watch. Just the deaf population as a whole. I want to go back and watch this. I feel like this would make me cry. And these are some of my favorite movies.
It is beautiful, and it's one of those things that, like I said, I think it's a great way for kiddos to know that, you know, like this is a way. I think Disney's doing great about inclusion, and this is one way to do it.
For sure. Definitely check those out if you haven't already. Take a look at this mega mansion in California that could soon become the country's most expensive home.
According to the Wall Street Journal, the 70,000 square foot estate in Bel Air is expected to hit the market for a jaw-dropping $400 million.
Wow. The fortress-like compound features 39 bedrooms, get this, 3 swimming pools, and even its own X-ray machine. We talked about this on Fox 10 Midday earlier. Why the X-ray machine? We're not sure.
Maybe they were a doctor?
Maybe, but by the looks of this, I'm sure they have a little bit of everything in there.
Maybe you broke your arm getting into one of those 3 swimming pools.
I was about to say, that would be my luck for sure. So a practical X-ray machine there. I truly cannot fathom living in a place like this. I almost feel like this would be too big.
That's
for me.
way too much, and that's a lot of bedrooms. I don't even know that many people anyways on top of it.
That's so true. I will say though, I do love watching video tours of places like these. They're just so grand and majestic.
This
and
video tour will probably be 4 hours long.
Oh yeah, at minimum, for sure. Now's your chance to step inside one of the most iconic homes in television history.
The house featured on the Brady Bunch has undergone a retro thorough renovations so the interior matches the scenes filmed at Paramount Studios.
I love this. Now the house is opening up for guided tours in what's being called the Brady Experience.
The house was recently granted historic status by the Los Angeles City Council.
The tours start May 11th and will run for a limited time.
And it's all for a good cause, too.
I love it. A portion of the proceeds will go to a local nonprofit dog rescue supported by the homeowner. This is wonderful. Have you seen the Brady Bunch?
I have seen the Brady Bunch. I have not watched it religiously, but I have seen episodes.
I love it. I used to know the song, but I'm drawing a blank. Otherwise, I would sing it for you all. I'm just kidding. This really is such a fun, wholesome show. I love the Airbnbs that are transformed into movie sets as well. I think they have a Home Alone Airbnb you can stay in.
They have a Barbie one?
Yes, I saw that. I know they're pretty expensive, but I feel like this is a bucket list item for me.
Oh, for sure. I 1000% agree with that.
I love that fun stuff there. In the meantime, archaeologists in Egypt have unearthed a mummy with a literary passage from Homer's Iliad stuck to its abdomen.
Now, this is the first time a discovery has ever been made.
So the mummy was found during a dig in the ancient city of Oxyrhynchus and is believed to be about 600 years old.
Other mummies in the area have been found with sealed packages containing paper in what seems to be ritual related to the embalming process.
Wow, this is the first time, though, a literary text has been discovered.
Researchers say they didn't realize until now that such passages were used in funeral ceremonies.
A big discovery there. Another unusual find in the area. 3 of the mummies had gold foil on their tongues.
Interesting. Researchers say they may have signified they were wealthy enough to pay for the embalming process.
This is pretty wild to me. I've always been fascinated by Egyptian mummies, the mummifying process in general. Have you read the Iliad? Did you have to read that in college?
I did not actually, but I know a little bit about the embalming process because where I went to school growing up, we actually had a whole subject matter regarding Egyptian history. So I did have a little bit of that in middle school actually, which was very interesting, but also kind of I don't know, eerie as well.
Yeah, I mean, just when you think everything's been discovered, something new pops up.
Exactly. Well, one thing that won't be popping up that's any new to us is the rain. We're pretty much used to it at this point. We're going to continue to see rain in the forecast over the next couple of days. And one thing to note is cooling will start to begin as well. We're going to have much cooler temperatures going into this weekend because of the next several days of rain. So temperatures right now, you can see kind of the gradient here. Temperatures are going down in our more northern counties as we have a front that is slowly moving down the Fox 10 viewing areas, going from north to south. So that's why you see the gradient here. 71 degrees in Grove Hill right now, 70 in Leakesville, 73 in Mobile, 77 in Gulf Shores, and 78 over in Navarre. Dew points right now, definitely still feeling that moisture out there. We're in that more noticeable category, grazing the muggy category just because of the front moving on through. So for the next 5 hours, what we're expecting with our temperatures is to still be in the 70s, so about 8 p.m. with mostly cloudy skies out there. Some of us could see a passing shower or two. We do have a 70% chance for rain into the overnight hours with scattered rain showers and temperatures near 61 degrees. Winds out of the north-northeast at 8 miles per hour. Now here's a look at our temperatures going on throughout the next couple of days. Look at the temperature change as we go into Friday morning. We'll be in the upper 50s in our more inland areas, lower 60s as we get closer to the coastline, then continue on into the day on Friday. We're not really going to get out of the 60s all that much as that front is making its way towards the coastline. That's why we get it a little bit into the lower 70s as we get into our afternoon. 72 in Pensacola, 75 in Crestview, but 69 in Mobile and then 64 in Grove Hill. Then going into Saturday morning, we'll be in the 50s, so definitely cool down then. 57 in Gulf Shores, 54 in Mobile, possibly 52 in Grove Hill, and 50 in Evergreen going into Saturday morning. And then as we go on throughout the afternoon on Saturday, we'll slowly go up in temperatures, but not by much. We're still going to be in the 60s, so a much cooler day overall. Then Sunday night, look at this. 40s possibly near Highway 84, 48 in Mobile, 51 in Pensacola, and 46 in Crestview. So that's going to continue on. But tomorrow morning, it's going to continue to be cloudy. We're going to see showers passing through, so do not let go of any of that rain gear in the meantime.
It's 3:22 now. Thank you for joining us for Fox 10 Live. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside into downtown Mobile. Check out some of that cloud cover out there, but it is feeling pretty nice for our Thursday. We'll be back with much more on the show after these messages. Fox 10 investigates a promise to bring high-speed internet to rural Alabama. More than $1 billion are backing that very promise. This comes after the federal government recently approved Alabama's Broadband Equity, Access, and Deployment, or BEAD proposal. The plan would bring high-speed internet to 92,000 unserved locations, including homes, businesses, schools, and even hospitals. It's an issue Congressman Shamari Figures says really matters. His district includes many places without broadband access.
And it is critical. It is a lifeline. You have to have internet. It's right up there with electricity and running water. You have to have internet in your communities today.
Tonight, Fox 10's Karen Taylor will tell you when the work could start and how long internet service providers will have to get it done. Plus, we're also learning if anyone will still be left behind. Our investigative series, High Speed Hope, Bridging the Rural Divide, continues tonight starting at 9. We will see you there. And if you want to watch the previous stories on High Speed Hope, just head to the Fox 10 Gulfstream app. You can get a more in-depth forecast plus live access to all of our newscasts and Studio 10 with the Fox 10 Gulfstream app. You can dive into Fox 10 originals like Unwritten Legends, Sarah Wall's in-depth series, and so much more. It's a free app, so just search for it on your smart TV, Roku, Fire, or Apple TV. We also want pictures for your story, so submit those as well.
Yes, whether it's your pets, food, a location you're at, we want to see it all, and you can do that easily through our apps or even on fox10tv.com.
Thanks so much for joining us for Fox 10 Live today. We will see you on Fox 10 News at 4.